Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. He'll return it. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a here. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee and essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry.
On the ground, it's Glover. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class.
There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
You gotta love edge rushers. These guys in 4-3s, they are guys that can penetrate, get in the backfield. Watch the right end get in there so quick. Does a great job rushing the quarterback, knowing when he gets there how to get that dude on the ground. Give me my sack.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Florida's offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and
intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can add just have unbelievable hands to the mix because
he lost one down the sideline. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Noles. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Had to throw it before he wanted. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Lemon. Here comes the heat. Nice move to keep running. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. He's got him. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Lowers those pads. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Got enough space. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Gators! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. To the air, it's Glenn. A strike downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Back to pass, it's Lemon. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing a noise on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Now improvising. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been weak.
Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. On target. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Noles decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding an escape route. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Using his legs to buy some time. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And that's how you take care of one of the faster quarterbacks in college football. You don't even give him a chance to scramble. That defense was all over him. They had multiple guys win their one-on-ones. They got into the backfield and brought him down for a sack inside the pocket.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running into the open space.
The return is tackled down at the 37, and the Florida offense will take over.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Power football with the run. Nice move there. Smashes ahead. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The play action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new Top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. To the air, it's Glenn. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and they got to come out and...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Looking to take a shot. Makes a grab right down the middle. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown Gators. Once he got some room, it was over. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score coming on a scintillating 92-yard pass for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Right back to the well. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll try the run. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a little space. No, he got loose. He now has 56 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs, running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap kick. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Finding open areas.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run there. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Glenn. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. The pitch to the left. He breaks a tackle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Florida State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Gives it on the option. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
On over the middle, it's Glover. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ball game.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Using his legs, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. He's now up to 71 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 1,400 for the season. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The give on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. The 40. The 20. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards. And
he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he added the extra point. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. Gets it past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. There he goes. Oh, what a cut. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Can't get, just shedding tackles.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a man. It's Lemon. Got his man on the right. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to New Mexico. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Knowles! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Looking to buy time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Lemon. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's Wilson. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this.
Got it! Touchdown Gators! And the punishment has been extended. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep end.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Glenn. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Wilson.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent on that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Stepping to the right. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And his throw is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grabs it inside the 15. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park, but they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pittman. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.